Nepal has so many handicrafts, and not made in sweatshops either. You'll really enjoy exploring the market while you're here in Kathmandu for fun things to bring home, and for so cheap. So we went to Boudhanath, a major Buddhist tourist site, to see what we could find for under $5, or that's 670 rupee at today's rate. These handmade lined purses were only 250 rupee. That's under $2. We went over our $5 budget a couple of times here, but I wanted to show you just as many items as possible, and I didn't haggle much at all. So you could probably save a little money just by asking, what kind of good price can you give me? Be sure to use the words good price. But don't expect the merchant to come down by too much. But you can often get 10% just by asking. These heart-shaped bags are so cute. The best price we could find that day was 800 rupee, which is about $6. A man with a table in the alley actually wanted 1,100 rupee for the identical bags, so it pays to shop around a bit. You'll also notice that I'm giving you the prices in Nepalese rupee as well as the US dollar for most of these items. That's to help you to get familiar with it. So when you get here, you'll understand the exchange rate a little bit better. It can be confusing. These t-shirts are from 500 rupee, or about $3.75, depending on if they're 100% cotton. You can also have t-shirts custom made if you belong to a sports team, club, or have a business with employees. 100% cotton and 100% made in Nepal. These prayer flags, just 100 rupee for the small ones and up to 250 rupee for the big ones. That's from 75 cents up to $1.09. If you're on an extremely tight budget, be sure to subscribe, because our next video, we're going to help you to enjoy these ancient city centers without paying anything at all. So that will be our next video. So do subscribe and stay tuned. I just had to have this hat. It was only 750 rupee, or about $5.60. This sun is really powerful, so I've been trying to take better care of my skin and eyes. Even though it may not seem like it, Kathmandu is over 1,400 meters, or about 4,600 feet above sea level. These pink keychains are just plastic resin, but the other ones are made of real gemstones. And they were just 350 rupee, or about $2.60, and all handmade. And these necklaces and bracelets are genuine, semi-precious gemstones such as tiger eye, amethyst, moonstone, and jade. These are all for well under $5 and handmade, of course. These cute bracelets were only 250 rupee to go with the necklaces. And these pendants and heart-shaped stones were only 350 rupee, or about $2.60. These larger stone pendants were only 650 rupee, under $5. And all of these are handcrafted and not made in sweatshops. This hand-carved moonstone pendant was only 250 rupee, or about $1.90. We found this little tea shop, and the young woman sold me some herbs for my stomach for just 350 rupee or $2.70. They're actually helping. The lovely sampler packs of tea are really nice because you can find them in hand-carved wooden boxes for under $10. And next, we found this good luck furba made of white metal. This cost 200 rupee, or about $1.50. These hand-carved stamps, which would be great for interior decorating and craft projects, were only 500 rupee, less than $4. You can really find some excellent and unique restaurants here at the Stupa. You can find menu items for under $5 for sure. There are many Tibetan and Sherpa people living here in this part of Kathmandu. So if you're interested in trying a Tibetan dish, but don't have time to go to Tibet, you'll enjoy exploring some of these restaurants. But if you want to save a bit of money and get a more local experience, you can do like we did and take one of the side streets away from the stupa. Exploring the surrounding neighborhoods can be very interesting as well. And speaking of saving a bit of money, remember that Buddhist sites are usually much less expensive than Hindu temples. But if you're on a really strict budget, please don't try to slip into the UNESCO sites. I've actually heard people compare it to corruption, but the government really does use it to take care of the sites. I've also heard tourists complain about them being religious places, so why should they charge? They don't charge to go into Christian churches, that's true, but there's no conversion possible into Hinduism. So it's more like a museum and cultural center than a church for us. That's about all they can be. So please do support these beautiful, ancient, sacred places. Incense in all fragrances you can imagine are from just 80 rupee, or about 60 cents. I had a great time rummaging around in the boxes and touching stuff. You'll find so many things you'll have just no idea about. So if you have it in your budget, you'll really enjoy taking a day guide with you. These hand-knitted house shoes and gloves, lined with microfiber, were only 350 rupee, or about $2.60. These may not be 100% wool, but you can get better quality for just a little bit more, still well under $10. But if you're going to go trekking, be sure to buy the 100% wool to stay warmer. Well, if you've enjoyed this video, I hope you clicked the subscribe and like buttons. See you next time.